What's up, guys? So this next topic we will discuss is pretty important topic when you're in a relationship, and it's not comparing yourself to another relationship or to others.
Yeah.
Right?
Yeah.
So how do you feel about it?
I feel like just in life in general, I feel you should never compare yourself to another person, compare your life to another person's life, compare your relationship to another person's relationship, because we're all different. We're all individuals. We have different perspectives, different likes, different dislikes. We have different aspirations, and it's no way that I could compare my life to anyone else's life, and it's no way that I would want to compare my life to anyone else's life, because I'm happy with the way my life is, and you know, with the life that we're working towards building for ourselves, that I really don't see a need to compare my life to their life.
Yeah. Because there's a lot of people out there, a lot of couples and people in general, that you see somebody else with something and you want to do the same exact thing, or wonder why you can't have that, or you know what are they doing to get those things, and why can't you have them?
Yeah.
So it's just, I don't think people should do that. You should work for whatever you want. You shouldn't get things based on what somebody else has, or your relationship. You shouldn't base your relationship on another person's relationship. No two relationships are alike.
Yeah.
So you really can't base your relationship on someone else's relationship.
I agree. But the thing is, the reason why we came up with this topic is because we see a lot of people doing it. We see a lot of people comparing their relationship. Well, such and such said this, and you know, they're married and they do this, and you know, they're bringing that into their relationship. And to me, in my opinion, I feel like that can only end badly when you start to compare yourself to another person, because you're never ever going to be that person. Your relationship is never going to be the exact same as their relationship. So in my opinion, I feel like when comparing yourself to another person, comparing your life to another person's life, your relationship to another person's relationship, you're kind of setting yourself up for failure, because you ain't never gonna be them. It's never going to happen. It's not going to happen. You can aspire to, you know, maybe have what they have, or you know, like if you see, when we see couples, I know for me, if I see like an old couple and they're like in their 80s or 90s and they're just so cute together, I'm like, oh my gosh, like I can't wait for us to be like that. That doesn't mean I want to take their place or I want their life. It's just like, oh, you know, I really want that, and I don't see anything wrong with that. But when it goes too far is when you're like, well, they have this house, this car, you know, she wears this, he wears that, has this career, he has that career. Oh, you know, I want that. Why can't I have that? Why don't we have this car? Why don't we have, you know, a house that big? Then I think it gets too far, because you're not going to be able to live up to someone else's life.
Yeah, I agree with everything you say about it. Like you said, it's just like, it's unhealthy to do that. You're not. It's a lose-lose situation when you do that, instead of just living your life how you and your significant other wants to live.
I just feel like rather than comparing yourself to someone else, you should just work hard at being the best you that you can be. Work hard at being the best spouse you could be for your mate. Work hard at, you know, having the best relationship that you can have with your spouse, rather than comparing yourself to someone else, because first of all, you're never going to be them, so you're really just going to drive yourself crazy trying to emulate someone else, because it really just seems like it's not genuine, and it's going to seem forced because it's not you. So I just really hate to see that in relationships, and I really hate to hear that. I have people even in my life, they'll say, oh my gosh, like, I'm so jealous of you. I really want what you have. Why can't my life be like that? Why can't, you know, or I'm your same age. Because I'm 23, they'll be like, oh, I'm 23 also, and I'm so jealous that your life is like this and my life isn't like that. You know, it's this quote that I really love, and I can't remember who the quote is by, but the quote says, when you see a successful person, you don't see all the personal sacrifices that it took for them to get to that point in their life. And you don't. You see the glitz, the glamour, and you see the results of the hard work. But if you're not that person, you don't know what it took for them to get to that point.
Another downfall to this is that a lot of people go broke trying to be like somebody else. Like you go broke doing it. Like you see somebody with something, you know, you don't know if they saved up for it or not, but you go out and spend your rent money on something. Like it's like asinine, really, to do all of this stuff. Like, people, you shouldn't go broke trying to compare yourself to somebody else, trying to be like somebody else. Just live within your means, because doing that could hurt the relationship as well. Yeah, so, definitely.
You know, nobody wants one party to be trying to, you know, act as if they're living this life of grandeur and everything is just so fabulous, but secretly you're going broke, or you're doing crazy stuff to try to, you know, make your life seem as if it's like someone else's life, and it's really just tearing your relationship apart, tearing your finances apart, and most importantly, trying to be someone else. It's just tearing apart at your self-esteem, because it's kind of showing yourself and showing your mate that you're not happy with the way you are. You're not happy with the life that you and your mate are creating, and it's really like a slap in the face, because it's like, okay, so I'm sitting up here busting my butt to, you know, provide a life for us, and yeah, you may not have everything at the time. I remember when we moved into our first apartment, we didn't have any furniture, you know, for like a while, and it's like, with time, you start to, you know, get the things that you need, get the things that you want, and, you know, you don't want to basically be unappreciative to your mate by saying, what we have is not enough, what you can provide is not enough, who you are and who I am is not enough, I need to, you know, pretend to be this. Like, it has to be draining, because at the end of the day, you know who you really are, and you know what you really have, and it has to suck to, you know, just put on like a front like that.
Yeah, I agree. So let us know what you think about this topic, about comparing yourself to others and comparing your relationship to other relationships. Let us know how you feel about this topic, and leave the comments down below. We look forward to seeing what you guys put, and we look forward to seeing you on our next video. So until then,
bye.
Bye, guys.